If you are ready for dessert, there are desserts being placed out right in the back there. So help yourself to the desserts. Close to 8, so yeah, Teresa was like, start by 8.
I'm not ready to start just yet.
Yeah, no, it's not 8 o'clock quite yet, but okay, what is this?
It's a wig.
4?
You'll see.
Okay. I don't get in on it, okay.
No.
I love it. I love that. Oh my God. I love it.
Why don't we go ahead and get started? Let's go ahead and get this party started. Hello, everybody. My name is Zach Goldberger. For those of you I've met tonight or that couldn't understand me, I am the program director for the Cardiovascular Disease Fellowship, and it's just an honor to be here every year for the graduation of our fellows, general, EP, heart failure, and interventional. I just want to start by having all the graduating fellows just stand up, and we can all give them a round of applause. It's bittersweet for me because the fellows that are graduating tonight from the General Fellowship are actually the first fellows that were first years when I became program director. So this is actually kind of a special moment for me. And for them too, I guess, for that matter, I think. So listen, we're going to do a couple things tonight. It's a little bit different order. So what I'm going to do first is hand out a couple awards, a couple gifts. Then I'm going to have Kurt Jacobson graduate his fellows because his wife's going to get mad at him if he doesn't pick her up from the airport or something. And then I'll introduce the general fellows. We'll have an EP graduate, and then we'll have heart failure. So Let's start off tonight with a couple things. So first of all, I just want to have Christy Wright and Paul Westerman stand up and just say hello. These are the two associate program coordinators. Without their work, along with Teresa, we would not be accredited. I wouldn't be standing here. You wouldn't be graduating. Unfortunately, Teresa Teskey is not here tonight. She did a personal engagement, but I just wanted to have us all give them a round of applause because they do incredible work. You guys don't know this, but Teresa Teskey not only is the director for our general fellowship, but she also directs EP, heart failure, interventional, and ACHG. That's 5 programs. She works tirelessly and oftentimes thanklessly, and I think that we should also just give her a round of applause in absentia. And to that extent, I think it'd be nice just, we have a couple of gifts for them. Jen, would you come up here and just I wanted to sort of, for our thanks for their efforts and hard work, we have a couple of gifts to give to them. And Jen Penzotti will hand them out. I'm happy to accept Teresa's award on her behalf because it looks like it's like a big bottle of wine there that I would happily drink. So, all right. Okay, the next awards that I'd like to hand out are the teaching awards. We have 2 teaching awards. One's the faculty teaching award, which is given by the fellows to a faculty member, which is outstanding. There's nothing that we have to say about this as far as faculty. The fellows designed it to basically pick whoever they want to give this award to without any faculty input or coordinator input for that matter. And the second award is actually an inaugural award for lifetime achievement in teaching. That's not given annually. We always give it to somebody who I think really deserves a lifetime achievement in teaching. So this is the first year we'll give that award. But the recipient of this year's Lifetime Achievement in Teaching Award is going to be Chuck Stone. Which is totally well-deserved. Chuck's not here today, so I'm going to take this back to my office and hang it on my wall until I see him. Or I might just mail it to Sheboygan, where he seems to be spending a lot of his time these days. He'll say, "Zach!" And I'll say, "What's up, Chuck?" He's like, "Where's my award?" And I'll say, "Don't know." So, his voice just carries. All right. And the second award I'd like to hand out is the Educator Award. Again, this is the Outstanding Educator Award, which has been going out for several years. Past winners have included most in the room: Dave Murray, Chuck Stone, Adam Gepner, myself, Tom Thielen, who's not here tonight, Dustin Hillerson. And this year's award goes to Jen Penzotti. And it's not just because you're leaving. Okay. Want to say something? Do you want to? You have? Yeah. They don't embarrass you now, so.
I'm going to try not to cry. I have so enjoyed being APD for the fellowship, way more than I ever thought that I would when I started this. So it's been a pleasure working with everyone here, and I feel like I have learned so much from all of you, from the fellows. I mean, you really challenged me to be better, to be a better cardiologist, better person, better educator. I'm going to have to sit down before I start crying.
No, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry. So.
Yeah, Jen has served for several years as our APD, along with Steve Ewer, our other APD sitting over here to my left. And I'd say that we're really going to miss you, Jen. And Peter, maybe we'll miss you too. Sort of. I get my self-confidence back now. So. All right, so we're going to sort of divert away from the general fellows and the awards. I'm going to have Kurt Jacobson come up here and introduce his fellows, and I'll come back here and make some more bad jokes, all right?
Presentation is right here. If you want to click on that, and I'll bring you your awards as you.
Okay. How do I start this here? Well, thank you. I think whenever I get a podium and a microphone, it makes Giorgio very nervous. I can see, look, he's already kind of quaking. No, we'll be nice this time to Giorgio. So, this is my 8th year as a program director for interventional cardiology. And I have to tell you, it's kind of flying by. Every year I kind of wonder, how is it we're going to beat this last year's class? And somehow we managed to do it. But I think it's because my job is very easy. I get to select candidates from a wealth of excellent candidates from within. We have such a fabulous general cardiology fellowship that it's very easy to find internal candidates to fill the role. And it turns out our program's somewhat desirable, so a lot of people choose to stay. I don't know, maybe they don't have an option, but in the end, realistically, these are excellent internal candidates. Actually, Teresa and Christy and Paul and Greg Tester, who's the associate program director, we talk a lot about screening, and we spend a lot of time coming up with these elaborate kind of diagrams how we're going to screen candidates, because we get about 120 to 140 applications for our 2 positions per year. So it's a lot of applications to go through. So we have a very elaborate way of figuring this out, and we rank the top 10% who we're going to offer interviews to, and we interview about 10 every year, okay? This year's a little different because we're going to do the match. We're probably going to interview a few more, but we offer 10. But when we look at the people we're ranking, and for the qualities that they have, we realize that the top 10% are from within our own program. So we don't have to go very far. So you guys should be very proud of your general fellowship. Now that said, when it comes down to actually selecting who's going to stay, when we have more than 2 candidates from within, that's even more difficult. And that comes down to a lot of artificial intelligence, coin flip in the end, because everybody's excellent, everybody's comparable. And I think we're going to have some coming years where we have a lot of good qualified internal candidates. We're going to have some tough decisions. But in the end, this year was no exception. We had 2 fabulous internal candidates. They met every bar. They achieved every milestone. They surpassed our expectations once again. And I don't know how we do that every year, because our expectations go up. So Andrew, man up, buddy. You're going to have to start performing. You're really going to have to work hard. So with that, I could talk a little bit about the goals of our fellowship, but the nice thing is, interventional, there's a blueprint. This isn't DP. We're not cerebrating all day long. We're doing procedures. It's mechanical. It's muscle memory. It's technique. The decision-making that's already solidified before you've come to us, for the most part. Okay, maybe Amish interjects some cerebral things once in a while, but the rest of us are basically monkeys with catheters. We can train you to do that, just about anybody. So we don't need to talk about the blueprints, but the reality of it is, well, we don't train our fellows to go outside and stare directly into the sunlight, unless they have the right eyewear, right? So I could go on and on about the fellowship and the qualities and the achievements of these guys, but I know my fellows very well. We are a small group. We live in a very small area of the hospital. We're together all day long, sometimes all night long. So we know each other very well, but I don't think you guys know my fellows as well as I do. So I'm actually going to ask you guys some questions here. So we're going to play a little bit of a game here. So who's that fellow? So Zach, you're the program. You should know these guys. These came from your fellowship. So let's see if you can figure it out. What do you think? What do I get if you miss a question?
I'm giving my bow tie. I don't have one tonight, so.
I was disappointed.
My sport coat will fit you. My pants, my shoes.
I'll keep
They
mine.
will fit you.
You have to shave.
I'll give you my mustache.
All right. Who's that fellow? This UIC alum is no muggle and bears a considerable resemblance to a well-known graduate of Hogwarts. He moves faster than a Quidditch snitch and is also an expert at disappearing in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct, Matt Martini. You know, I was going to try, I put Matt's photo from his badge into an AI editing photo software. It said, make Harry Potter. It sent the same image back to me. So I had to dig one up on the web to show you I'm right. So Matt is an undergraduate from University of Iowa. He did his medical school at the University of Illinois in Chicago in 2016. And then he made the long pilgrimage to Madison, Wisconsin, where he's been for 8 years. He did his internal medicine residency and then did an extra year as a chief of internal medicine because he didn't get enough of internal medicine, I guess. And then we managed to keep him here for general fellowship, where he also serves as the chief year in 2023. And then we hired him on as an interventional fellow in 2023. And, well, we'll see if he graduates tonight. This fellow, of all trades, enjoys traveling, cooking, and eating, and getting his hands dirty while doing some light home remodeling on the weekends. Anybody? Zach, you want to phone a friend?
That's tough, man.
Oh, yeah, you don't have any friends.
See, I didn't want you to go first, but this is exactly what you said. Well, I don't know. I don't phone a friend. Let's say Steve Ewer. APD.
Come on, man. There's babies that need to go to bed tonight. Make it. There's brown hands. So, notice the open shelf design of his kitchen remodel. His wife loves. I want you to notice. Yes, Anik Wakar. Anik is an outstanding individual. Anik and I have had a great year together. He's in my clinic now. I just really enjoy having Anik. He's a great individual. You know, Aga Khan University is the premier medical college in Pakistan. They have 6,000 applicants that are highly qualified for about 120 to 140 positions, and Anik was one of them. He came here to the U.S. and did his residency at the Loyola University, and he shared many great stories with us about mishaps and whatnot, and filming rap videos in the hallways, things like this. Kind of got us through a very tough year. We kept him on as cardiology fellow and as interventional fellow as well, and where he's performed highly. All right, this fellow prioritizes his workday according to the most pressing, emergent, life-sustaining task before engaging in any routine drudgery, such as patient care, H&Ps, consults, or procedures.
Still wiping the floor with that last comment.
I love you.
Okay. Most pressing, emergent, life-sustaining task before engaging in.
There's a hint on the slide there, Zach.
2 cups of coffee.
A third.
Third cup of coffee. I'm gonna say that's gonna be. Anik Wakar.
Oh, man. I've never seen you without a beard. Matt Martini.
Oh, okay.
So Matt makes a beeline from the stockroom to the cath lab coffee machine every morning at 7:30 to stock new cups and make coffee.
That's true.
After his third cup, he's ready to go.
Well,
It's insane.
I guess
And weekends when he's not on call, it's unbearable.
all
He's-
mustache Monday, I guess.
Yeah. The positive effects of caffeine are hyper alertness, hyperactivity. There's lots of things. Hyper alertness being the big one, but hyperactivity being another one. These are attributes you can certainly apply to Matt Martini. In fact, the only feedback we generally give him when we're talking to him about his competencies and all these things we talk about is that, Matt, sometimes you just need to slow down. But he can't. He is chemically altered every single day. So this is why. And Matt, I think you might be the only interventional fellow and now faculty, soon to be, when you join the Frederick Health System come August, that still puts his Eagle Scout Award on his CV. It's a tremendous accomplishment. But did you also know that Matt was in band, and Matt earned a very prestigious award in 2008, the John Philip Sousa Award, which I looked up and is actually very prestigious. It's given to the top band performer in high school, 1 per year, because he can blow a mean horn. Who's that fellow? Who's that fellow? This guy likes sweet cars and knows how to get a deal. Just ask him, and he'll tell you how to rent a Ferrari for only a few bucks a month. Amish and I know this. Amish, you want to tell us who it is? This is Dr. El Chapo himself, Aniq Wakar. Aniq's prestige precedes us. We brought no prestige to Aniq. He brought it to us. He received the 2018 Magis Star Recipient Award, which is a peer-reviewed award from residents at Loyola for his outstanding accomplishments in patient care and institutional service. But even before that, when I told you he was at Aga Khan, he was in the top 15 in his class, so from academic achievement. So he's an incredibly bright guy, and we know that. In fact, he's a high performer in the cath lab. He reads a lot. He annoys the hell out of Giorgio. The guy has a question. He reads so much. Everything he brings up in the cath lab drives Giorgio crazy because he'll talk about the next thing he read, which is not even print yet. That's how well informed this guy is. He's amazing. He starts at the University of Southern Illinois Medical Center on July 1st, so he's going into an academic practice just south of us. It's not over for you guys, though. This is it. This is down to the wire. You thought the IT was important. This is your final exam. You get one chance to leave here with a diploma. I hope you didn't mess it up. I gave you guys some study material. I hope you're ready. You're ready? All right, Matt Martini. I didn't throw any softballs here. Name the molecular structure of the active metabolite of clopidogrel. I wonder if there's anybody in this room that can do that other than Dave Murray.
No, well, I mean, so we're studying boards, so I think it's 2Z21-1S12 chloro, think about this, chloro, 2-methoxy, 2-oxoethyl, 4 sulfa-piperidine, 3-iodine acetic acid. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. I was a softball. It was a softball. Can you identify the structure?
Well, I mean, it's pretty clearly A, and the reason is that B's amio and C's aspirin and D is 1. So, I mean, it beats A.
And that's how we train our fellows. Great job. Aniq, are you ready?
I didn't get the answer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a higher bar for you. I know how intelligent you are. I had to think this one through, but I didn't want to make it too tough, so I did give you a hint in the slide. So pay careful attention to the slide. There is a hint. Don't overthink it. Who is the greatest interventionalist you have ever had the tremendous pleasure of working with? There is a hint on the slide.
I would say Dr. Kelly Schmidt.
You know, I think we got this one wrong. I said interventionalist. If I said program director, clearly it would have been talking about me, but when we say interventionalist, we're talking obviously about the great Giorgio Gemelli. Well, congratulations, guys. It's been a wonderful year. You've done extremely well. We're very proud of you. We're excited to hear from you in the future about your endeavors. Please don't become strangers. See you at work tomorrow. We have some diplomas. You guys, you actually get diplomas. You want to come forward? I'll bring that to you unless you want to say anything. You don't have to.
I'll say that, we've had fellows come in saying they wanted to do EP since the womb. Matt Martini being one of them. Jack Stacy being another one. They spent 5 minutes in the cath lab with you guys. Now Blake's got a bone to pick with you guys. So anyway, you guys are doing great work down there. Congratulations, Anik and Matt. That was great. They were fellows last year. Working with them was just a joy. Okay, so let's start with the general fellows. So I have actually one more award to give out. This is the first year I've actually given an award to a first-year fellow. But I have to this year because this is actually the centennial year that Einthoven won his Nobel Prize for the electrocardiogram. So I'm giving this year's Willem Einthoven Award to the single fellow that actually finished their 3,500 ECGs and 150 Holters before the first year was over, which is insane. And I stole this from Craig January's office when I rated it. This year's award, the Willem Einthoven Award, goes to Dr. Aziz Zbuta. This is the ECG criteria book. He knows these criteria because everyone he read, not one of the 3,500 was read incorrectly, I'm sure, right? Right, exactly. Congrats, man. Keep up the good work. All right. Okay. Let's start graduating some fellows. All right. So, our first fellow to graduate is Naga Dharmavaran. Come up here. I met Naga when he was a resident doing a T32 year in Craig's January's clinic on Tuesdays when I had clinic as well. And he kind of just started talking to me like, so Zach, what's going on? Like, I was really taken aback by your friendliness. And I just got here, so I was like, wow, this is great. Everything you say about Wisconsin is true. What I love about you is just your directness. You're always like saying things that I think that are, just basically true, but you like to share them. You have lots of thoughts about different faculty members and different divisions in cardiology that I'm not going to talk about tonight because I don't want to offend anyone. Anybody wants to know their thoughts on, say, surgery or, come talk to me afterwards. I have some nice quotes about this. But, I've had the chance to work with you in clinic on service, and every time I do that, I learn a little bit more. You are by far the most prolific fellow that we've had in our fellowship in a long time. He publishes, 10 papers since you've been here? They actually do something on the T32, so it's really just an honor to be working with you. I'm going to go through some of these photos because this was sent by your family members, so I thought you'd just sort of walk us through what these photos are as I show them to the audience. Okay? So let's see. Do you remember the occasion for this photo?
No. I really don't.
Really?
I think I was forming memories of that photo, actually.
Yeah. I like the tie. I just had a growth spurt that afternoon. And this obviously...
It's outside my kid's daycare.
Yeah?
We just take a picture every day before I drop them off.
Yeah. Excellent. And this?
That's about when I was 2, I think.
Yeah?
We're in England.
Maybe his parents can help us. What was he doing?
My parents had to take our kid home.
Parents are gone.
Yeah, he was not having a good time.
He wasn't? He didn't like the Kurt speech?
I think he was having too good of a time.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interjection. So
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. We'll work through it ourselves, right? And this?
It's around the same time.
Yeah. Kind of cute, huh? This?
That's me and my sister on our vacation to India.
Excellent. Your sister Gori, right?
Yeah.
Carr's fellow at UCSD.
Yep.
I wanted her to be our fellow, and she said no. Wonder why. And this is your wife?
Yep.
She also? Oh, she's still here. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
She stayed with you. And this is where are you here?
We're in Santorini. That's our honeymoon.
Oh, excellent.
And that was I actually don't remember. This was probably post-college during first year. I don't remember taking this picture, but
Well, you didn't take the pictures.
I didn't take it.
Right.
But someone took it.
Someone took it. This is a nice photo. And you took your child on vacation, or
What's
you
that?
took your kid on vacation with you?
Yep, yeah, that's in San Diego. I was,
More of a trip than a vacation, right?
yep, that's that's very true.
And this,
That
I was so amazed. This is the Nicole Riley run Fellow versus Faculty Bruce Treadmill Challenge. Shows up with a Sesame Street tank top. I couldn't get over your guns, man. They're just huge. All the muscle from your leg that you shattered basically just
Yeah, I mean-
drafted onto your arms.
just moved up.
Yeah. How'd you do that day anyway?
What's that?
How'd you do on that treadmill?
Average.
Average. All right. All right. Well, thank you very much. You have a diploma? And I'd like you to, you don't mind, I always ask all the fellows, they don't mind saying a few words. Interventional fellows can't grow a pair enough to do that, but you can do that, if you don't mind.
First of all, I want to say thank you to my wife, who's here, for supporting me through fellowship and for picking up the slack when I was just too tired to do anything in the house. And so, yeah, I want to say thank you to my parents as well who are not here to take my kid home. But and also I want to say thank you to the attendings here. I've learned a lot from you guys, and there's no way I can pay you back any way. But I'm going to take it to try to pay it forward in wherever I work next, and because that's the only way I can think of that to truly express my gratitude to all that I've learned and for putting up with me. I know I called Amish several times and every other interventional attending over the course of the night with just now what I think are absolutely mundane questions that if I just sat and thought for like a couple more minutes, I could have answered it myself. But thank you for your patience and for really guiding me through throughout fellowship.
Okay. I have a gift for you too, okay? So, it turns out that, there's another one. So it turns out that there's actually 2 fellows going to Los Angeles this year. So I had to figure out what to get to you, because I'm like, I don't know anything about LA. I went there once, I hated it. So I Googled what to buy for dude moving to LA. And you can see the options I got. I mean, I don't know if you can see, there's a Roback quarter men's, $96, no way. All right. Cop model's not that good, despite what you hear. So all these Roback shirts, then there's uncommon gift ideas for the ridiculously unique gifts, and then there's Virgin Experience gifts, but I'm definitely not going to buy for for a mirror, sorry. But I decided to get Good Night Los Angeles, okay? Anybody know Good Night Moon here, right? Yes, memorize it. So anyway, I don't think that you need to read this.
I'll read it every day.
You read it to your child, and you can read it yourself. It's something like, good morning, Pacific Ocean. Good morning, surfers. Catch a wave. All right? Good morning, mountains surrounding LA. Are we ready to share a wonderful day? It goes on and on. The whole thing rhymes. But anyway, this is for you.
All right, well,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So next up, we have Dr. Amir El Esmaili. And you also get a copy of this book, too. It's about your reading level, so we're all set. So I think Amir's one of my favorite fellows. It's like I could be feeling one way one day, and I just come talk to you, and I just start feeling better about myself. There's only a few people in the world that can do that. You can basically walk into someone's environment, and you feel like just crap, and then you talk to you, and you just start laughing, and then I start laughing, and it's just like a really remarkable thing. Except when I'm making fun of you, and you start getting all sad. Like I was like, oh. Anyway, so I was working with you is great. You basically, I actually read through all your ERIS applications again because I wanted to remind myself who you were, because I get dementia. That's what happens. They call me and saying, "Why'd you graduate this fall?" I'm like, I don't know. So I have to go back to the ERIS applications and remind myself. So anyway, for you actually came here wanting to do general cardiology. Now you're doing heart failure, which is amazing. He's going to Cedars with Naga. They're in a room. They're in a roommate, right?
Basement of his house.
See what I mean? Everything is just like, he's always laughing. I just love that. Working with you has been really just a joy. I really enjoyed being part of your training, and I'm sure everyone else here feels the same way. But there's pictures here. This is not Meriter Hospital, right?
No.
This is the hospital you were born in, right?
This is Sheikh Lutfullah Mosque. It was the harem actually in Isfahan.
You're born in a harem?
Yes, harem.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, that's great. And there's another one. It's sort of
This is the King's Mosque in Isfahan. It's in the what's it called? The Nakshijahan Square. Yeah, these are pictures of my hometown, home city.
This is the new EP. This is what the new lab's gonna look like, right? This is the kind of model for that. That's you, right?
That's me, yeah.
Do your parents remember this photo? How old was he?
How old was I, Mom?
4 months. Hold on, you have more hair than I ever had.
That's with my dad, I think in Ann Arbor, in one of the parks, like Gallup Park. So I grew up all over the U.S., but Ann Arbor is where I spent a lot of my time.
Yeah, same here, dude. And what's this?
This is a palace for foreign dignitaries. It's in my city. It's a very historical city. So these were some shots that I actually personally took and just wanted to show sort of where I came from and other things that were important to me.
Well,
This is
some-
with my siblings. So these are like traditional Iranian clothing. Unfortunately, people don't really wear them except for like sort of like shops that you can take these photos. So that's a toy hookah. I don't smoke, and I don't encourage anyone to smoke. In case there's little kids, we don't endorse that. But
Okay.
that's with my granddad in one of the villages in Iran. We had gone for like a brief vacation, and that was back in college. So that's me, yeah. I went up and down all my life. Many different looks. That's with my college friends as part of college graduation. We decided to go to San Francisco, and then we took a detour to Yosemite for a day trip.
Okay.
Yeah. That's in a different city in Iran. That's Persepolis. That's actually, that was a ceremonial capital of ancient Persia about 2,500 years ago. It's massive, and you can see like lots of different buildings, places where Darius, Xerxes, Alexander the Great, they all cross paths there. And that's the lion and the bull, which symbolizes spring in the background.
You got yourself, is that a dictaphone and a real camera? What are you holding?
Yeah, it was a digital camera. It was a different time back then in college.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It was. I
for
remember,
sure,
remember those
before the
days.
iPhone.
Yeah, before the phone.
That
Yeah.
is with my med school classmates. 3 a.m., like, we just started driving. They would actually have food with me during Ramadan, like, in the middle of the night. And then we drove to, like, East St. Louis, and we got lost, and I found it comical. And then we ended up finding our way, and we went to Steak and Shake. And I have my I Love Bacon shirt, which I loved. My mom didn't like, and she threw away, but
If I had known, I would have gotten you one of those.
I would have loved that.
Yeah. I'll just give you mine. I love bacon too, right? And this.
That's at the World Cup in Qatar. I went to one of the shops in the bazaar, and so then I had to get traditional clothing of that region.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's with my girlfriend Hannah when she came and visited Madison. So this is at the Saturday market.
Excellent.
And then that's with my siblings and mom in Chicago when we did a day trip there. And so we were I think at Millennium Park, but I'm not too familiar with the geography. And then that's my folks as well, mom and dad, for my match day way back when,
Excellent.
for my residency match day.
And this is you.
This is me, Bruce Treadmill.
How'd you do that day?
I actually did decent. I
Really?
did average.
Nicole,
Decent for me.
Nicole, is
average,
this true?
though.
I don't remember that. Did he? Average.
Average.
You're nothing. You're.
Same as Bobby Tarani, and I think same as Naga, although Naga had a broken leg, so here's an excuse.
You are nothing if not average. You're so far beyond average. I can't even tell you. Thank you for working with us.
Yeah,
I hope you come back.
yeah, I appreciate it. We'll see.
Can
yeah.
you just tell us you're coming back right now?
Well, you
Muhammad's,
guys have to give me
Muhammad's
the
back there, so I think.
MRI reading, so we'll see.
You heard him say it here. This is your book. Read it,
you.
memorize it, and we have a diploma for you.
Awesome. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You want to say it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put this to the side. All right. So I just want to say that, it said that it takes a village to raise a child. I don't have the child, so I can't comment on the validity of that. but I can definitely say it takes a village to train a competent cardiologist. And even though tonight's about the graduates, I want to thank all of you guys, my faculty, the staff, my friends and family, for helping me become a better physician and also helping me reach my goals. My time at UW has been wonderful. It's actually been my favorite part of my medical career thus far. And I think that the thing that makes UW special, its secret sauce, is that the physicians are all top-notch and amazing doctors, and they combine that with a genuine's very key, humbleness and humility, I should say, and compassion. I also want to thank my family members, my girlfriend and my sister. Both left dental school orientation to come visit me from Baltimore. My younger brother had a busy schedule, and he helped my parents drive from St. Louis yesterday to here. And I want to thank my mom and dad, who have been the best educators I've had in my life. And they taught me what it means to be human in times when it seems like humanity might be lacking. So I appreciate them, and I owe everything to them. So that's all. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Oh, one more.
That was end of first year, like February. I have a bucket list. I talked with Christine about that and some other people. And this was part of my bucket list to do the Pacific Coast Highway in a convertible. Porsche, but we'll have to settle with the Mustang. And so I went to LA. One of my friends from med school, which you saw the picture of earlier, we rented the car and we just drove up from LA to SF and just had a blast.
What are you looking at?
Just the horizon.
The horizon? All right. See what I mean? All right. So our next fellow, I was going to do separated at birth, kind of like Kurt did. I couldn't really, like, who do you look like? You look like somebody. I just don't know who is that. And then I realized that, I don't know if you guys ever watched the show Heroes, but this is one of the characters from Heroes. And who is this look like? It's always Colin. Colin, come up here, please. Does it look like Colin? I think it does. Is Colin here? All right, come on. Do you agree with that? I've never seen the show. Well, I couldn't find anyone that looked like Naga or Sydney. Amir looks like Pete Newcomer sometimes, but I couldn't really. This is what I thought when I thought of you. Okay. Anyway, so Colin's one of the most mysterious fellows I've ever worked with because I can never really understand. See what I mean? I never know what he's thinking. You know, he doesn't smile all that often, but when he does, I'm not sure what he's thinking about. He changes facial hair almost as much as I do, but it's it's amazing. I think I can understand you a little bit more now. You know, one of the smartest fellows, if not one of the smartest fellows I've ever worked with. Great educator, committed clinician, and very well regarded all around the hospital. I had him on service, and basically it's like, you know, a lot of times with general cardiology, you know, a lot of people doing that service are people that want to do cardiology. And I could say, look at Colin, he's the byproduct of our training. And they're like, yeah, that makes them want to come here. Same with all you guys. So thank you for being one of our fellows. You'll be staying here next year, which I'm very happy to hear. Let's go through some ourselves. You actually use a stethoscope.
Yeah,
That's actually different than most people these days. So, yeah.
I was born for greatness, I guess.
Born for greatness. How old was he in this film? How old? See? Early auscultation. I like that. What do we have here?
That's my family.
I gather that. Where are you? See what I mean? It's like you just sort of just get it out of him. You know?
I think that's in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good trip for you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Look like you had a good time. All right. This is something. So where is this?
That's on Mount Hood.
Okay. That's what I remember about you. So we were just talking in the team room one day, not the team room, the conference room was like, what are you guys doing for fun these days? Like, you know, Naga's like, yeah, I'm doing whatever, soccer, and So he's like, yeah, I'm gardening or whatever. I'm like, whatever. Like, yeah, I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro last weekend. I'm like, oh, okay. Then it came out that you climbed Mount Rainier too, and Mount Hood. Just happened to just Kilimanjaro like the warm up for the Rainier, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So that blows my mind. I can't even climb the stairs. And then you're like summiting these great peaks. Is there any more mountains besides those three?
Mount Baker.
Mount Baker. Okay. Excellent. And Colin actually also took a trip to Rwanda this year. He was like the inaugural fellow to actually go to Africa and hang out with the interventionists there. Did you like that trip?
It was great.
Yeah. So you talk too much. You know. How about this? You're graduating here, right?
Yeah, that was from graduation from med school.
Anything else to say about that? Okay. And here's another graduation photo.
Graduated.
And then this looks like a nice trip.
Yeah, that was in California. My
Okay.
sister lives there with her husband.
Okay. Are they in the photo?
Yeah, they're on the left.
Okay, good. So I take a history this way. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, I think that was the Michigan game with Drew and Bobby.
Yeah.
So we had tickets on like the 10th yard line, so it was actually really cool.
Really?
Yeah. That's my girlfriend Amanda, who's here.
Excellent. Does he talk to you? Does he talk to you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's me eating chicken in the ICU.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Okay. You know what's coming. For your gift, I have a Mount Everest coloring. I can't give you. What do you give the mountaineer? I don't know. So on my shopping online, I thought you would the Mount Everest. You're gonna get it there someday, right? I know it. Everest is your next
Yeah.
weekend hike, all right? So this is the Mount Everest coloring book for kids. This looks like one of those adult coloring books, in my opinion. All the pictures, that you're gonna see, I just color them in. You could just, when you're taking space between doing whatever they do down there, just color a picture, Come say hi to me,
Will do.
okay?
I love it. Thank you so much.
It's a diploma for you. And I'm gonna have you say a couple words.
Sure.